This is the Coveson slot car set. It's a scale 1/43, and I bought this for the grandkid. First of all, the box is a little smaller than I thought. Now I have this table that is 66 inches, so a little over 5 feet by 44 inches. So let's see how this lays out on this table. I do have this raised. I set this board on top of a low coffee table. So I wanted it off the ground so that the kids don't walk all over the track and break it. Here's what it looks like coming out of the box. First we got a few corners. Counter maybe. Not sure what that is. Some rails. Not sure what those are. Ooh, a bunch of little pieces. Oh, so yeah, the cards are kind of nice. That's much bigger than what I had as a kid that didn't work. Well, they're very light. See, and they have the, what do you want to call it? They have the braided contacts. Alright, let's play around setting it up. We have our directions here as to how to set this up. And the pieces, the track, just pushes together. You just kind of push the track together. And it seems to be a reasonably secure fit, better than from what I remember as a kid, the track having very, very small plastic contacts that barely stayed together. So we'll see how long this takes. Well, as you can see, I'm progressing here. Probably an hour into it, so it takes a little longer than you would think, deciphering the instructions. And I would not recommend you have anybody helping you with this because it can be a little frustrating. But the pieces seem to go together very nicely. They connect nicely, but there's a little vagueness, I think, in the instructions here as to where to put the supports for the ramp, I guess you'd call it, elevated section. And it expands quite a bit. Now I'm hoping my table's big enough. Okay, so here we are with the assembled track, and I'm going to be honest with you, it was a slight intelligence test for me. Let me give you a little hint here. So I used the directions. I was working from these directions that came with it, this little pamphlet here, and was getting frustrated and kept looking at the picture on the box, and then realized on the back of the box there's a much better diagram showing you how to put it together. Still a little tricky on the roundabouts, or circles, whatever we want to call loops. A little trickier on the loops though. So I would say if you don't want to be yelling at your kid on Christmas Day, maybe put it together yourself, because it probably took me a good hour to finally figure it out. And so my table was 44 by 66, so what would be ideal would be, and it laps over the table just a hair, just fits. So you technically probably 4 feet by 48 inches by 6 feet would be perfect. but you know, you could set it up on the floor, but I didn't want the kids stepping all over it. I put the side rails on because I thought it was kind of fun when the cars fly off the table, but they actually stick really well. We've got the two non-branded cars. That's a cool sound when it comes through the Conley. I'll speed it up here and see it fly it off the track. Okay, so off the track it goes if you go too fast. I don't know, it's kind of fun. So really pretty cool. The size of the cars is great. I mean, much better than the little tiny ones that I had as a kid. And of course they've got the braided contacts, and they seem to be magnetic. They stick to the track. So infinitely better than the set I had as a kid. The like I say, once you figure out the how to put it together, again, I hate to sound stupid, but it took me a little bit of time. The tracks hold together really well. There aren't any connectors or anything. They just you know, push together, and it seems, you know, reasonably solid. And it's a nice size. I thought it was going to be a little small, especially when I saw the box, but really it's a good size. It's just about right for the kids' age range that are going to be playing with it, are kindergarten, or like first grade through 5th grade. So I think they'll have fun with it. And there are 4 cars with it. I still got the 2 in plastic. Oh, and of course you will need a cube for the controller. They never include cubes with anything anymore. And the little controllers, they seem to work fairly well. So all in all, I think it's pretty fun, and it seems decent enough quality.